Hey guys, so Monday's workout is March 30th, is actually a repeat workout from October 7th of 2019, technically. So the original version is up. It's the second listed workout of the day. If you have a rower at home, I'm going to encourage you to do the original version, although the original version has 5 rounds, whereas the version I put up for Monday only has 4 rounds. The version on Monday has running 200 meters, whereas the original version had rowing 250 meters. With that in mind, if you're going to change the cardio piece, so if instead of running 200 meters, you're going to do jump rope, jumping jacks, mountain climbers, bike, assault bike, whatever, we're searching for something that's around a minute pace. So taking in mind that I usually think a 200 meter or 250 meter row takes about a minute or a little bit less, that's what you should be shooting for if you're choosing your cardio piece. So whereas some people, 50 double unders would take about 50 seconds to a minute, some people would probably do 100 double unders in that time. Just choose yours based on that criteria, okay? It's gonna be run 200, 10 push-ups, 20 lunges, run 200, 10 dips, and 20 sit-ups. I did do this workout myself. I did it with a vest on just to see how it would go. Sit-ups with a vest are kind of awkward, so just to forewarn you, but they also made me crazy sore. The push-ups and the dips are both push motions, so make sure you get a good front rack stretch in our warm-up. Make sure you're stretching out that tricep. The lunge steps, it's 20 total. Knee has to touch the ground and you have to stand all the way up. So can't do this, okay? Gotta stand all the way up. It could be walking or stationary, up to you. And then the dips, again, I already did this and I used a bench. I have a bench on my back patio that I use for bench dips. I'm not expecting anybody to have a Matador. I know some people do, so feel free to use that, but I used a bench. So this is a completely at-home workout. Shouldn't really have any problems finding a way to do this one at home. If you do, let me know, but I'll answer any questions. Subbing, box push-ups, and the dips, remember, if I'm doing a dip on a bench, knee locked out is harder than knee bent and feet close, okay? Hopefully there's no questions about that. This is the longest workout of the week. It's gonna take close to 20 minutes. The original version with the 5 rounds of rowing 250, the average was between 20 and 25 minutes. So this one I'm expecting some people might be pretty fast. My time was around 17:40, maybe. And we also me and Amber did it together, we got confused. So anyway, I think it'll take you about 15 to 20. Now, moving on, let's go over the warm-up. I think I covered all of the substitutions. So, the warm-up, we're gonna do the line drills since we're gonna be running outside. The line drills, if you have space, make them moving, but since I don't have any space, I'm just gonna do 10 alternating. So, I'm holding the phone because it's my microphone, by the way. So I'm gonna do 10 lunges. Really stretch out your hip flexor. If you wanna make it more active, you could do Samson. From there, we're gonna do 10 side lunges. I like to get a little karate into it if you want to practice. You lose track pretty quickly. I have no idea which one we're on. Okay, we're gonna do the toy soldier. Make sure as you're kicking up, knee stays locked and you're hitting your hand. It does make a difference if you hit your hand versus not. Try to get as high as you can. Try it sometime, getting the same height, but not touching your hand versus touching your hand. You will feel a difference. After toy soldier, we're doing walking quad, or for us, standing still quad. I'm gonna try and keep my knee pointed at the ground. I'm gonna try and kick myself in the butt with my heel. Whew, almost fell over. Next one is the knee hug. So I'm gonna bring my knee up. I'm gonna set the microphone on the ground. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Grab your knee and make sure to go up on the down leg. So that way the down leg gets a good hip flexor stretch. That's the idea. So I'm going like this is, sure, this is good because you're opening up the hip. But if I do this, I feel a little bit more stretch on that down leg. Also, it kind of creates a good tempo where I'm going up, I fall, and then I go back into the other leg. It's just a quick pop, and pop, and pop, and pop. Then we're gonna do the leg cradle. This is my favorite because my hip has been acting up lately. A little too much running, I think. Not for CrossFit, but I was running outside because it was a beautiful day, or a beautiful couple of days. Then again, as we do the leg cradle, I'm going up on my toe to get the down leg a stretch as well. Our next step, the bunny hops. So I'm gonna do 20 bunny hops. I like to put my hands like this because I like to feel like a real bunny. So you don't have to, but it's just more fun. This is a good ankle stretch. It should feel the same as if you were doing a jump rope. We're bouncing on the midfoot or ball of the foot, heel strikes. I said I was doing 20, but I can't remember what number I'm on. That's good. Okay, the hurdle. So pretending like there's hurdles, there's a hurdle here and there's a hurdle here, or hurdles as I go forward. So I'm walking towards you guys and I'm gonna open and get my leg over that hurdle. And then I'm gonna open and get my leg over that hurdle. Gets a full articular rotation of the hip. That way we're getting the whole hip joint. As you do this, try not to turn this toe or turn your whole body. Like I'm not trying to do this because that's not gonna open my hip. I'm gonna try and stay facing you guys. Next one is the toe in and the toe out. So common misconception, land toe first. So I'm gonna go toe, heel, toe, heel. I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna go backward. Then same idea with the toe out. Common misconception, you're supposed to be landing toe, heel, not heel, toe. It's easy to just walk, like this, but I want you to think more like a ballerina. Toe, heel. I actually do this every time I go running. It really gets those hips open. Next, we're doing a 20-second calf stretch. I didn't grab anything for my calf stretch, so I'm just gonna do it on the ground. All right, this is the ground calf stretch. I'm putting my heel towards the ground, really feeling that stretch on the right leg. Then I'm gonna switch, lock out the knee. If you wanna get a little different feel, you could bend the knee, but push back into that heel. See that Achilles? That's what I'm pushing into. It's more of an Achilles stretch that way. All right, after the calf stretch, we're gonna do a lying front rack stretch. So it looks like I'm sad and I'm hugging my head, but really I'm gonna drive my elbows towards the ground. Tuck your head and drive the elbows. See that? I'm feeling a stretch right through here. The next, this is one of my favorites, the 90-90. Okay, 90 and 90. This is my right knee. I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna get my sit bones underneath me. Turn both hands on the outside of my right knee. If you want a little bit more intense stretch, you're gonna fall forward. Notice how my left shoulder goes towards my right knee. And we're gonna switch sides. 90, 90. Sit bones. Turn. If I want it more intense, I'm just gonna fall down. Okay. That was our warm-up. Now let's move into the movement prep. So we're gonna do 4 alternating Spider-Man push-ups, 6 lunges with your elbow to the instep. Think like the perfect stretch with the elbow to the instep. And then 4 dips, whatever you're using, counter, bench, box if you have one, anything really works. A chair, you don't need anything fancy. I swear to God, it was a bench on my patio. It was actually pretty low. I kept hitting my butt, so I kind of like really tried to reach out. So we're doing 3 rounds. We're gonna do 4 alternating Spider-Man push-ups. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna do 6 alternating lunge with an instep. So what I mean here is lunge, so your knee down, or your elbow down into the instep, and then switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. All I have is this stool. So I'm gonna put my hands, notice how narrow this is too. I'm gonna put my hands back, butt is close. I'm gonna get as deep as I can. Okay? Let's do, what did I say? 4 dips. So, for clarification, I want parallel to the ground. 2, 3, 4. All right? 3 rounds of that. After 3 rounds, I want you to prep with a 200-meter run. Make it actually a little bit faster than you plan to in the WOD, because I want you to come back and be out of breath. Like I want some heavy breathing, just to get your heart rate up, and then cool down. And once you get the cool down, then you can start the WOD. Okay? Be clear. A couple of movement standards. Let's go over push-ups. So, push-up would be chest to the ground, locked out. That's the RX. The knee push-up, which I think everybody knows I don't like them because you usually break at the waist and do this. One of the options that you could do, okay, go up into a push-up position, drop to your knees while squeezing your butt. So that way you're staying hollow, and then take your feet off of the ground. So fall. Because if you do feet on the ground, you inherently kind of do this. See how I stuck my butt out? That is a very poor knee push-up, and you're not gonna get better at the push-ups if that's how you do a knee push-up. I don't like them in general. If you can, use the same bench that you're using for dips for push-ups. So like I said, me and Amber did this workout together. I'd used the bench for dips, so did she, but she also used the same bench for the push-ups, okay? And then the sit-ups. All right, guys? If you can, make it to the Zoom workout though. You're gonna be on 6 a.m., 9 a.m., noon, and 4:30. All right, thanks. See you guys.